Liverpool with an 8-point cushion over not Manchester City, but Leicester City, who were 4-1 away winners against Aston Villa. Jamie Vardy with a brace. He now has 16 goals so far this season. That leads the Premier League. Craig, have we talked enough about Leicester City as a potential title
I don't
threat?
know, have you?
I don't think we have.
I mean, I'm not on every show.
I don't know
if you've talked
day,
about, I can't be here 7 days a week. I don't know if you've talked about Leicester or not every day.
You think they're a real threat?
You did do Leicester game this week, didn't you? Okay.
Give
me a full breakdown about Leicester.
Well, what do you want? Do you want stats? Do you want facts?
No, we don't want stats.
Leicester City, I'll sit here and say the league is over if Liverpool beat Leicester City on Boxing Day. Now, there's a little bit of, water to go under the bridge before then, including Leicester having Manchester City. So it's a big period. However, 9 wins in all comps, straight wins, 8 in the Premier League. Jamie Vardy is on fire. But more importantly, I think, we talk about Maddison, we talk about Tielemans, we talk about Vardy, all the headline makers. Wilfred Ndidi does we also talk about Fernandinho over the years and Fabinho recently until injured at Liverpool, how important they are. Wilfred Ndidi does a marvellous job in front of that back four with those attacking players in front of them. However, I think more impressive is the best defense. You're enjoying this,
I am, yeah.
The best defensive record in all 4 divisions in England is Leicester City. And I think that gives them a great platform to suggest to me that they're not out of this title race. They have a better dynamic squad than the team that won, and they did win, in 2016. So I rule City out, clearly. I do not rule Leicester City out.
Jamie Vardy gets 2 goals.
And by the way, if your wife asks what you want for Christmas, get a tie.
You don't like this
tie. You keep wearing that green one.
You don't like this tie. Well, it goes with the studio.
I'm not a star.
We're used to when we were green. Anyway, as we mentioned, Jamie Vardy, 16
all-encompassing
goals,
analysis.
leading the Premier League as we soldier through. He's now scored in 8 straight league matches. He's 32 years old. He should be slowing down, right, Ale?
Well, if there's one thing that he's not doing, is slowing down. And I'm talking about just the pure speed and the pace that he shows. I mean, a couple of the goals that he scored today, his ability to get in between defenders, split defenders with that speed, the timing of the run, the ball coming from behind. There's a great understanding between him and Maddison as well. And you just see a player who's full in confidence. Because even when he missed the first goal initially, because he goes around the goalkeeper, he mishits the ball. And when things are going your way, they're going your way. Because the defender then slips, it allows Vardy to get on the end of it, and then it's 1-0. And from then on, Leicester just kind of flew by Aston Villa. Jamie Vardy continues to play with a certain amount of speed that you would think at 32 would not be there. Well, it's there, and it's there to stay, it seems. Do
you know one of the reasons it's there, before we go to Gab, is because he made a decision to retire from international football. And so he doesn't have to put up with all that nonsense when they go away and the pressure and, sitting on the bench while Harry Kane plays. And he can have a rest, and he can have a break, and he can concentrate on playing for his club. And there's been talk about, will Gareth Southgate try and get him out in the summer for the Euro? I don't know. I think his decision's made. I wouldn't bother. But that's how well he's playing. However, I think it has certainly helped his club form for sure that he doesn't have those international matches and he can rest in between. Do you want another little nugget?
Love it.
Until today, when they did lose a goal from a set piece eventually, they had not lost a goal from a set piece, excluding penalties, all season.
It also helps that El Ghazi, early on in the game, misses a sitter. Yeah, that helps as well.
Gab, as Craig has so eloquently pointed out, Leicester are very good. Are they good enough to catch Liverpool?
I mean, look, it's down to the head-to-heads. People have come back from 8-point deficits before. Liverpool obviously have this period where they're traveling to the Club World Cup. They could have injuries. Some of their key players, I don't think, are easy to replace. When you look at the options, up front, one of the front 3 goes out. You're looking at Oxlade-Chamberlain, Origi, not quite the same thing. So look, I'm not going to go and write off Leicester at this stage. And you guys were praising a lot of the guys in the team. That fullback pairing of Chilwell and especially Pereira, probably the second best fullback pairing in the Premier League, one of the best ones in Europe. Soyuncu's been a monster. And Johnny Evans, I don't know if with age comes wisdom and whatever, but he's performing this season, I think, at a higher level than he has at any stage of his career, even when he was at Manchester United. And I think all these things coming together at the right time with Brendan Rodgers, who's done a tremendous job, I think, in terms of man managing. Some of these guys aren't easy people to handle in terms of personality, whether it's Schmeichel, whether it's Maddison, whether it's Vardy himself. And in that department, Rodgers hasn't put a foot wrong.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.